What is going on, guys, and welcome back to John Bones, aka JB. No smooth. It ain't smooth. It's never been smooth. It's been rough and ragged. No, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Today we're gonna start off a little bit different today. This video is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna talk about a little problem that the NBA and the world seems to be having with Kawhi Leonard. We're gonna talk about AB as well too. Now, in my personal opinion, this is just my personal opinion when it comes to both of these two black men. Don't go judging people before you know them. That's the only thing I can really say. Kawhi Leonard was basically, for lack of a better word, blamed for faking his injury when he was with the San Antonio Spurs, which wound up not being the case. As it was confirmed by his doctors, it was confirmed by his family, it was actually confirmed by him, like, yo, like this is a serious injury that I'm having right now. Like, this isn't anything to be played around with. Which really, for lack of a better word, makes me like sort of kind of question everybody's, like, I guess you could say, not motive, but just like mindset when it comes to like why they would think, or why people particularly would think that this man, and particularly a black man, would fake his injury. Why would anybody want to do that? Like, don't get me wrong, like he's already stated, like, hey, well, I've been in my load management, is that in the third, you know, I've been in situations where I've been, you know, playing up to a certain par and then going further along down the line getting serious, this, that, and the third, which isn't nothing less than, there's nothing wrong with that. If it was something wrong with it, then, oh, well, make a rule about it. But regardless of what the situation is, like, I don't think it's anything wrong with it. And like I said before, if it's something really wrong with him, I don't think anybody would legitimately lie about being injured when it comes to their own body. I mean, if it's one thing that I know, and if it's one thing that a lot of people know, like, hey, well, if it's something wrong with me, I'm going to tell the truth about it. Like, why a lot of people aren't going to, well, they would go to the doctors, or they would be in a situation where they're telling the truth about that. And Kawhi Leonard, if you know his story, like, he's a good dude. Like, he's one of those guys where it's just like, oh, well, he's not going to fake it. He ain't going to fake no injury. He ain't going to be like, just like a lot of guys, like, they're not going to fake injuries. They're going to be in a situation where, like, oh, well, I said a lot of guys, not all of them. Let me just make that clear. A lot of guys does not mean all of them, but a strong 95 to 96, 97% of men are going to tell the truth when it comes to, you know, a lot of different things that they're talking about, and a lot of different injuries that they may or may not have. But the one thing that we shouldn't do when it comes to people is condone him, or start saying, like, questioning whether or not he is, because we don't know his body. We don't know what he's feeling. We don't have his body. We don't have his mindset. We don't know what the hell is going on with him. So if you can sit up there and question whether or not somebody is really hurt, and really, like, not believe them, that's kind of selfish of you. Like, there's been situations where, like, he's been basically had arguments with San Antonio Spurs. He's never had an argument with the Raptors, like, because he's been able to play the whole Raptors season. So, I mean, if he has a knee injury, like, just like how if you're getting older, regardless of what the situation is, you're going to still feel some of the effects when it comes to your knee injury. That's just to be given. Like, anybody's going to still feel the effects. Like, man, I was just in a situation where my jaw was completely broken. And when I tell you it was completely broken, I'm still feeling the effects. Like, yeah, you can still feel the effects years down the line. Like, something could potentially happen where you can still feel the effects of an injury that you had in the past, regardless of what the situation is. So you can't sit up there and tell the man, like, oh, well, he faking, he doing this, he doing that. No, that's not the case. Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what the situation is. So don't sit up there and start blaming this black man for being a liar. Don't try to besmirch his black name. Don't try to besmirch his good name anyway, because he's a good dude. Like, all he does is go. He treats basketball, he treats NBA like it's a job. Period. He goes in, does his job, does it in a smart way, and he goes home. One thing that a reporter brought out, like, listen, Kawhi Leonard is here to win championships. That means if he wants to, he can take the whole fucking season off, and then come back when championship comes and win a championship. Basically, what the reporter said. I can't for life of me I can't really remember what the actual what his name was. But if you look online and if you search around, you can actually, like, the reporter said, like, yo, he's here to win championships. So basically, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, well, that means he can take the season off and come back when the playoffs start, if they get to the playoffs. And then once they get to the playoffs, oh, well, that's when he win the championship. Right? So, but of course, like, as we all know, like, Kawhi Leonard is not going to do that. Kawhi Leonard is not that kind of guy. He ain't that dude. So please stop. But let's just cut out all the crap when it comes to Kawhi Leonard and him faking his injuries and just not knowing what's going on with him. Like, he was injured. I'm pretty sure he still has a little bit of problems with it within the past 2 years. Everybody's different. Everybody goes through something new. So the injuries with Paul George, as you can see, is still coming out, regardless if it's his shoulder. I'm pretty sure he can still feel a little bit of the effects when it comes to his injury that he had back in Indiana, where he broke his leg completely. Like, I'm pretty sure he still feels that. I'm pretty sure he still got a knot inside there, and it bothers him from time to time. He just doesn't say anything about it, because that's just the kind of guy Paul George is. But we got to stop, for lack of a better word, getting into the habit of sort of kind of like, and it's specifically for black men too. Like, I've only seen this for black men, and I'm not to be in a situation where I'm talking down on anybody else, or I'm trying to give us an excuse. But I just specifically seen us be bashed for sort of kind of faking injuries, and that's nonsense. Like, it's completely nonsense. It shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be like, yo, if we're saying that we're hurt and we can't go, or we're saying that if it's a problem with us, like, yo, like, it's really a problem with us. Like, do you know what kind of, they put their bodies through stuff on a regular basis. 365 days out of the year. More than me. More than any regular person that doesn't do it. So, like, let's just, like, for the most part, let's just cool out on this sort of kind of, oh, Kawhi faking, Kawhi doing this, Kawhi doing that, this, that, and the third. No, if he's injured, like, then he's injured. Like, regardless of what the situation is. But that was just my opinion on it. Like, I don't believe what people are saying when it comes like, oh, well, he's faking this, that, and the third. Oh, well, he don't want to play this, that, and the third. The load management thing is crap, this, that, and the third. Like, regardless of what the situation is, it's not his decision to be injured, but it is his decision to play basketball in a more efficient and smart way, to the point so that he doesn't get injured. Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. A lot of people are different. A lot of areas do different things. I know for myself, I wouldn't do it, but I mean, that's just me. That's just who I am. And then getting back to the matter at hand, when it comes to AB. AB and Antonio Brown. Again, like, I see a lot of different people get slack for, I guess, for lack of a better word, not being able to voice their opinions. Like, I understand, like, some stuff shouldn't be said. I get it. I understand that. But regardless of what the situation is, y'all have to really understand, you guys are not there. You guys are not there. You guys do not know the entirety of the situation. You guys only, and if you do know it, you probably don't know the whole story to begin with. You probably aren't getting facts from both sides, or you probably don't know one side more than you know the other. So, again, that's just something that I really, I get bothered with when I see so many people, like, start to bash this black man for voicing his opinion on how he feels about something. Like, you can't be in a situation where you're getting upset because how he feels. That's just, if he feels though he's being done wrong, oh, all right, and he's giving accurate facts about how he's being done wrong too. Like, the fines after fines after fines after fine. People keep saying, like, oh, well, he was fine for this, he was fine for that. It's his choice. It's his decision. Like, If you put in so much work, put in so much work, put in so much work year after year after year after year for an organization, and you feel as though at the end of the time or at the end of the organization you were done wrong, like you have a voice to, why can't you have a voice to express how you feeling? That's nonsense. That shouldn't be. He shouldn't be condoned for that. He shouldn't be in a situation where he's made a bad guy for that. Like, don't get me wrong. Can he do it in a different way? Of course, there's a different way of doing things, but the way that he wants to do it right now is the way that he's choosing to do it for himself, and it shouldn't be on me. It shouldn't be on you. It shouldn't be on anybody else to condone him or judge them. You are not God. Remember that. Keep that in mind. At the end of the day. So, I mean, like I said before, I am good on Devon regardless to what the situation is, but I feel as though for myself, like I feel as though like we don't give enough credit to some athletes and most major black athletes for speaking the truth about some of the things they may or may be going through within themselves and with the actual organization that they are associated with. But I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel, regardless of what the situation is. I just want to talk about it because I know it's a lot of things happening right now with AB, and I know it's a lot of things happening where he's being bashed for voicing his opinion. I know it's a lot of things happening right now with Kawhi Leonard and being injured and going through what he's going through right now. But I mean, just for myself, and this is just a personal video, personal blog, personal opinion for myself. Like I'm with him, regardless of what the situation is. I'm with Kawhi Leonard, and I'm right behind AB as well too for any decision that they may make, only because it's their choice, and they shouldn't be stopped for it, and they shouldn't be shamed for it, for choices that they make for themselves, especially when there's valid choices and there's valid reasons as to why they're doing what they're doing. You just don't know the whole story of it. But that was it. That was just the only video that I wanted to do. It's going to be another video coming soon, though. Oh, it's going to be another one. I got 2 of them dropping today. I got 2 vids dropping. I got the 2 videos dropping today. All right, but I'll talk to you guys a little later, and I'll see you guys soon.